Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aToneTarot. Taurus, you are tuned in for the topic of the trifecta. We are here to discuss finance, romance, and family. I will be breaking down your message using a career oracle deck to discuss your finances. I'll use this relationship oracle deck to break down your relationship and romantic section of the read. And I'll use this traditional tarot to touch on the topic of family. And the video will be chopped up into chapters, Taurus. So you will be able to jump to whatever section you like. If you're not here for the romantic element of the read, you can jump right to family and or stick with the career option. We're going to open it up with your finances, Taurus. If you could, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's see what you need to know, Taurus, as it relates to your finances. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope all is well with you guys. If you are a new viewer, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I appreciate you either way. But let's see what we got as it relates to my Taurus career / finance message. What do we have for him, Spirit? I'm going to pull 5 cards and see what you guys need to know. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do my Taurus collective need to know about their money? Two more cards, please. Two more cards for my Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't do cards that fall on the floor, but this technically didn't fall. It kind of fell into my lap, and I watched it just fall on the floor, Taurus. But it's your card because the message that I was channeling and receiving for you was this was right in line for how it came out. You received ending, cutting ties, progress, frozen, and many choices. So it looks like, Taurus, and this may be difficult to hear for some of you, it looks like some of you are leaving or will be leaving a job and or partnership as it relates to your money. Something's coming to an end. But once that thing comes to an end, progress immediately surfaces for you, right? Where you then have many choices. Now, I know you have frozen here as well, but it almost feels as though this frozen is for what you cut ties with, Taurus. Frozen is like a time capsule for whatever you walk away from. That thing, that person, that partnership, that organization is going to be stuck in time, in that place. If you're going to have so many options as it relates to your finances, once you cut ties with this thing, you might have already been sensing that you have to walk away from something. And it might have been a little nerve-wracking, scary, confusing, because you're like, where is this whole leave my job thing coming from? No, I wasn't thinking about doing that. But something inside of you is talking about having to cut ties with something. And it looks like it's going to happen inadvertently, like outside of your control. Like you might be asked to leave, but it is going to be a positive thing for you. You're going to start to see progress. It's going to send you on a path and a journey and an adventure in so many words that is going to create some options for you, Taurus, where you're going to look back a year from now and be like, I can't believe I was stuck, stagnant, and frozen in time, in that time capsule where I was, when all I needed to do was reposition myself just a little bit. And now my life is full of luxury. With her being on this yacht, I'm not sure if you can see it, and it may not be a yacht, but that's what I envision, with her being at the bow or the front of the boat with these gold balloons that she's about to release in this white, beautiful dress. That looks like a very luxurious moment, right? So the cutting ties or the ending of something is going to send you on a journey of ultimately you having many choices as it relates to creature comforts, even maybe job options. You may have some options to choose from by the end of the first quarter in 2026, Taurus, where you didn't have them before, and you see progress after something ends that you were clinging very tightly to. But it's probably been dead. With this ending in this skeleton, I don't know why I got like dead hair that people just want to hold on to. Trim them ends. Trim them dead ends. And for those of you who don't understand what I mean, my hairstylists out there, they know. My hair people know. The minute you cut off dead ends, your hair grows like weeds, right? So you begin to see progress, but we hold on to, that length we have in our hair, even though that hair is dead. But the minute you chop it off and just let go and have some level of acceptance, you see progress where you receive many options and creature comforts around you and a sense of luxury, Taurus, that ultimately your life was fit for. You could have been daydreaming and envisioning a life of luxury for yourself. And this is it. The cutting of ties, the ending, getting rid of what no longer serves you, what is dead, is dead weight. Throw that dead weight from the boat. Release it, because releasing it creates what's the word? Momentum, right? Yes, momentum, forward movement, progress. Yeah, so you may have been fearful of taking that first step of cutting ties with something or someone, but ultimately it's going to lead you to progress. Now, it's your life, Taurus. What I'm sitting here delivering is only recommendation, not requirement. Delivering a message through divination that I pick up through my intuition by way of these cards. Ultimately, your life's purpose is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. So I say all that to say, don't force it. You'll know whether or not this is your message and what you need to do next, because the Almighty will guide you, position you, and put you in the right place to receive exactly the words, resources, etc. that you need to advance your position and purpose in this life forward. So that's my spiel. Let's move on to romance for my Taurus collective in this trifecta of the spread. Let's see what's going on for those who want to know about romance. So we touched on finance. Let's see what's up with romance. Again, if you're not here for romance and you want to know what's up with your family, skip on down to the next section because that's coming next, Taurus. All right. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do my Taurus collective need to know as it relates to romance in their trifecta? Again, I don't do cards that fall on the floor. What do my Taurus collective need to know as it relates to romance? One more card, please, Spirit. Well, you got two, so we're going to take them, and it's interesting because these two fell on the floor and they are back on my table, Taurus. So let's get up into it. This is a reoccurring theme from the finance part of your message, because you got mask and death, as if someone has been hiding something or someone from you, Taurus, and as soon as you get rid of that thing and you see it for what it is and you accept it, a natural evolution of abundance and the appropriate soulmate comes into your life. And this is for my singles. This message is for my singles. I'll get to those in a relationship. For singles, meaning not married, you might be dating someone and you see through their BS. Finally, for however long, you've been not realizing what was going on, whether it was you turning a blind eye, you having hope for the potential that this person of whatever they could become, whatever your reasons, right? The mask is not there. Death, again, is here in this spread as it was in the career and finance spread, right? So something or someone is being shut down. A close is coming, and it might even happen naturally. Again, very similar and symbolic to the finance read, where it's like you have no other choice but to see it at this point. You have done everything possibly to try to make this work, but you can't unsee something that is there. You can't not know in your spirit, in your heart, that naturally that you two or this partnership, whatever it is not made for the long haul. And as soon as that acceptance comes into play, abundance and your true soulmate comes right into view. So it's the same theme of once you get rid of, clear out, close the door, shut down that thing and those things that are no longer there for your progression and no longer serve you, Taurus, abundance and true love starts to pop up out of nowhere. Just like that. There's no incubation period. There's no do not pass go and don't collect $200. You go right around the board, and abundance and a soulmate is right there waiting for you. Right after letting go of and accepting the ending of another relationship that you can no longer not give some level of truth around what was maybe hidden at one point with this mask being here. So that is for my singles. For those who are married, right, I am picking up on a bit of role play for some reason, having some fun. And by day, you guys are maybe very professional, corporate, buttoned up individuals, but by night, baby, it's very steamy in your bedroom. Or maybe that's something you might want to employ because things have gotten a little stale. Taurus, again, I'm just giving it on what I'm picking up on, was being given to me. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I mean? Butterbean. But anyway, this is a relationship that is set for the long haul, with karmic relationship being here and butterflies, something that progresses, unfolds naturally, beautifully, has abundance. You guys get money together, but it may have a bit of staleness and you need to do some things to spice it up. So some role play may help. Maybe some acceptance of past hurts need to occur between you and your significant other, where you guys hold a truce. You know, wipe the slate clean and say, listen, I need immunity for past hurts and wrongs, especially if we're going to make this thing work. If we're deciding that we're going to be together forever, and you truly forgive me and I forgive you, we both need to agree on a truce. And you might even go the lengths of writing it down, formalizing it, and making it a real thing, so that if ever somebody needs to be reminded of the agreement between the two, here it is. You said we putting that thing to rest. That thing dead. And as long as it is dead, we will be abundant in our relationship. And that's a good pact and path to follow. You know what I mean? I'm all in favor of partnership, love, that type of thing. So if it's looking like a solution on how to stay together coming through from spirit, I'm all in favor in delivering that message. So shout out to my Taurus, who are working it out through solution and, just coming together with some problem solving techniques and conflict resolution that keeps you two in the pocket and staying together. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But moving on to family. Family for my Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as it relates to the trifecta. I hope all is well with you guys. Again, I am collecting topics. So if there is a particular topic you want me to tap in on, please drop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. Taurus, for your family trifecta, what do you need to know? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as it relates to family. What's going on with your family, with your village, is what I like to call them. What do you need to know? Family affairs. One more card, please. Again, you got 2. Like my defiant Taurus and bulls that you are, not 5. We want 6. You can have it. All right, Taurus, you received the 4 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the 2 of Coins, the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. So as it relates to your family, Taurus, there's a couple of things going on here. I'm picking up on a Taurus collective who has to do a lot of heavy lifting as it relates to their family. It's a nuisance to some degree. That's the energy that I'm picking up on, but you enjoy it. You would have it no other way. You may complain about a lot of these tasks and responsibilities that are thrust on you, Taurus, but you enjoy it. You enjoy it. If your family doesn't know, they need to know. You enjoy it. No matter how much you complain about, hey, I gotta go to here, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. You would much rather be nowhere else, Taurus. So, I don't know why that's not necessarily seen. Be mindful of that. Maybe your family isn't aware of how much you appreciate and love your position in the family, because that's what it's about. I'm picking up on with my Taurus. You love where you sit to some degree. You kind of like being needed in whatever way you are needed, Taurus, in your family. You may be like, dang, everybody always calling me to make the potato salad, but you like that they call you to make the potato salad, because if they stop calling you to make the potato salad, you might be like, why ain't nobody call me to make the potato? But y'all ain't like my potato salad. Y'all, you might get a little disgruntled when they don't call. So be a little mindful of maybe how you show up and come across and how people in your family may receive that, because they may misinterpret some of your complaints as not wanting to be consulted or asked or bothered. They may feel like they're bothering you in a sense by way of your response to the things that you are tasked with, right? So, and you like, no, I am really annoyed by all of these things that they're asking me to do, and I really wish that they wouldn't ask me to do those things. It would be nice if somebody else. That's also what I'm picking up on. You're like, no, get somebody else to do it. Ask me to do some things, but not everything, right? And yeah, there's a sense of balancing a level of appreciation versus overcompensating, right? Like, I'm picking up on a Taurus collective who's going in between. Am I doing too much or not enough? So there's a struggle there, a back and forth of not knowing whether or not you feel like you're showing up in the right way to some degree in your family. But you are celebrated and appreciated with this 4 of Wands for whatever it is you bring to the table, Taurus, because there is an element that is very special when you come through the door, and it's noticeable. So when it's not there, people recognize it. So they definitely appreciate and love what you bring to the table in your family, but it could be misinterpreted by how you feel in relation to your family, Taurus. So maybe you might want to give words or an action or a gesture to people in your family to let them know how you truly feel. So if you're not one who's good with words, right? Gestures. And if you don't want to spend no more money, use your words to articulate how you truly feel, what you're appreciative of in relation to your family and how you show up, right? So, and make some plans around how you want to show up in the days forward with your family. Make some plans around spending just some downtime with your family in these moments that we have some extra days off, right? Be intentional with your love, Taurus, with this Queen of Cups here. And don't just use some of this time off to figure out a way to get extra money. I'm picking up on that too. Like, oh, I got this time off. I'm going to be in the streets, moving around, trying to hustle and get a couple of dollars. And your family might be missing you. They might want you at home just watching movies and putting up decorations. I don't know. Whatever it is that is special or significant to you and your family right now as it relates to spending time, you might want to spend some more time being intentional around your time with your family, and not maybe sending the message of they are a burden that you have to provide for in one way or another, right? So be mindful of that, Taurus, as it relates to how you interact and behave with your family, because it was a couple of different narratives coming in as it relates to family, but the main theme is making sure, one, you're present and you're intentional about your love as it relates to your family, and not sending the message that they may be a burden in one way or another, whether it be financially, physically, your time, emotionally. Like, be mindful of that people can sense and feel some of your heaviness. And while you know why you do it, make sure that you are finding ways to express that outwardly to your people so that they know how to respond to you, Taurus, as it relates to interacting as a family. So that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.